Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
Our Dan Hansen is standing by with a live report from Pasco, where transportation and capital improvement projects are in the spotlight at City Hall.
Also ahead.
We had no injuries. We started off interior firefighting.
There are multiple contaminants that we would look at.
Today marks 1 year since the Lineage fire in Findlay. We're taking a look back.
Then new at 6.
This is definitely an underserved area.
Cadillac breaking ground in West Richland today. Our Monique Ledesma tells us what this means for you.
And Stacy is tracking a freeze warning.
That's right, a beautiful day with some breezy winds and frosty temperatures on the way. I'll tell you all about it. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us as we start a new work week together. I'm Wendy Redmond.
And I'm Austin Reed. It is April the 21st.
First at 6, we want to take you to a live look at Vatican City, surrounded by Rome, Italy. There was a crowd of people there, but now that it is after 3 a.m. there, it is much calmer, as you can see. This is the headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church.
Pope Francis, history's first Latin American pontiff who charmed the world with his humble style and concern for the poor, died today. He was 88. Coming up within the hour, we'll hear from the Yakima Diocese as they are reacting to today's news. And we'll also hear from Catholics all around the world.
A number of local lawmakers have been reacting to the Pope's passing. U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell said, quote, "Today I join with the millions of other Americans mourning the death of Pope Francis."
She went on to say, "I admired this Pope for his devotion, dedication to inclusivity, and unwavering care for the most vulnerable among us," end quote. Across the state of Oregon, Governor Tina Kotek has ordered all flags to be flown at half-staff in honor of the Pope. This directive comes after a proclamation by President Trump. The flags will remain at half-staff until sunset on the day of Pope Francis's interment. Turning to First Alert weather, pets, plants, pipes, be aware. We are monitoring a freeze warning, which was issued just before 2:30 this afternoon.
Expect sub-freezing temperatures as low as 28. This will impact our northern Oregon viewers, along with folks in the Kittitas Valley, Yakima Valley, and foothills of the Blue Mountains. So keep in mind, frost and freezing conditions could kill crops, other sensitive vegetation, and possibly damage unprotected outdoor plumbing.
All right, so let's check in now with First Alert Stacy Lee. She's live from our weather center with the very latest. Stacy, good evening.
Good evening. And yes, that frost warning goes into effect tonight at midnight till 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. In the areas there in purple, the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, as we said, all the way down at the lower valley, where sensitive crops are just starting to bud and pop out around the region. We're also looking at some frosty conditions for the foothills of the Blues, Pendleton to Dayton, and all the places in between. So be aware of that. Now we've been dealing with some breezy winds. We're seeing some gusts right now, 17 mile an hour sustained gusts, 30, 35 mile an hour gusty winds there in Yakima, 61 degrees on our Bi-Mart Skycam. Sunset tonight at 7:52. And once the sun goes down, these temperatures will really start to drop. We're already down in the 50s and 60s around the region right now. Weather pattern for today, we had a system moving across, bringing showers and some snow showers to the Cascade Mountains. That's pretty much clearing out, but we have another small system moving through tomorrow. Here's your temperatures tonight, down in the 50s, eventually down in the 40s by 10 o'clock and even chillier. So get ready for that freeze warning tonight. Mountain showers again tomorrow in the Cascades and Blues. We'll be warming up by the middle of the week. I'll tell you how warm that's going to be, and get ready for a cooler, breezy weekend on tap a little bit later on. So we'll get to all those details coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, Stacy, happening now in Pasco, your chance to learn about the city's plan for future transportation and capital improvements.
Yeah, these include everything from upgrades to Giza Stadium and renovations of the MLK Center, even to road work and more.
New at 6, Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen is live with all the details you need to know about. Dan?
Hey, yeah, Austin, Wendy. I'm here at Pasco City Hall, and I'm joined by Mary Heather Ames, the Deputy Public Works Director for the City of Pasco. Thanks for joining me today.
Of course.
So, Mary Heather, tell me, what is this? What are you hearing from this event?
So we're looking for feedback on 2 plans, the Transportation Improvement Program and the Capital Improvement Program. And those 2 plans are covering the next 6 years, looking at projects that we'll be attempting to fund and complete within that time. So we would like some input from members of the public about what should be included in those plans.
And what are you hearing from the public? I know this started around, 5:30? What have you heard so far?
So far, there's been quite a bit of interest in parks. I've heard a few things about striping of roads, pavement condition. Those are the main things we've heard so far.
Okay, and then what do you want what's your message? What do you want the community to know about the future of Pasco?
Well, I'm excited about the future of Pasco, and I think these plans are a great way to be involved and to help shape how we head. We use these plans to then apply for grant funding to complete projects.
And what does it seem like? You mentioned people are excited about the parks, but I heard they're also talking about what they'd like to see out of Giesa Stadium. What have you heard about that?
I honestly haven't heard that part yet, but I know our next meeting is at Giesa Stadium on May 7th, so come join us then.
Perfect. Well, you guys heard it. The next meeting, May 7th at Giesa Stadium from 11:30 to 1:30. The first 50 people that get there have lunch provided. Reporting live in Pasco, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Dan, thank you for that report. Well, today marks 1 full year since the Lineage Logistics fire broke out in Findlay.
That big blaze broke out in a freezer on the morning of April 21st, 2024. The warehouse destroyed. The fire burned for 60 days. It was the subject of major concern with people who live in Findlay and the surrounding area. The Benton Franklin Health District, the Washington State Department of Health, and the Washington Department of Ecology installed purple air sensors to monitor the air quality. Apple Valley News Now spoke with numerous residents who complained of health problems for both them and their animals. Lawsuits were also filed against the company.
We did reach out to Benton County Fire District 1 for a statement 1 year later. We'll tell you their thoughts tomorrow night.
Benton County Fire District 1 responded to a fire at Greenbrier Rail Services in Findlay this afternoon. Crews arrived just before 1 p.m. to find a sandblasting structure filled with smoke. The fire was contained to a collection bin on the outside wall. No reports of anyone hurt, and officials say the fire does not appear to be suspicious. A suspect is now in custody after a homicide yesterday in Yakima. The Yakima County Sheriff's Office says they responded to an assault with a firearm on Sunday. We're told an 18-year-old was taken to Yakima Valley Multi-Care Memorial Hospital and died of his injuries after a party on the 1500 block of South Keys Road. Officials say the investigation pointed to 21-year-old Israel Barriga Vargas, who surrendered at his home just after 2 p.m. this afternoon. He was taken to the Yakima County Jail, accused of murder in the second degree. If you know anything about this, call the Yakima County Sheriff's Office. A Washington man was just sentenced for his role in distributing fentanyl to the Tri-Cities. 26-year-old Ricardo Cantu got 9 years in prison for drug trafficking charges, including fentanyl, laced pills, and meth. The Drug Enforcement Administration conducted 2 controlled purchases of meth and fentanyl from Cantu and another man, Julio Gaspar Iniguez. Both were armed, and their purchase totaled almost 2 pounds of meth and more than 3,000 fentanyl pills. Gaspar will be sentenced June 25th in Spokane.
New at 6 now, the Yakima County Republican Central Committee announcing today that they are now seeking qualified candidates to fill the Yakima County coroner position. It, of course, was recently vacated by the resignation of Jim Curtis, who on Friday gave a statement to the media for the first time, saying he had agreed to the terms of the resignation agreement. Officials say 3 nominees will be selected at the upcoming Yakima County GOP Endorsement Convention and Coroner Nominations meeting on Wednesday, May 14th at 6 p.m. The meeting will be held at the Yakima Christian Center. That's on South 10th Avenue in Yakima. Doors open at 5:30. You must be a registered voter residing in Yakima County. Interested candidates may submit a letter of interest to the Yakima GOP Chairman, Matt Brown. Well, Kadlec is putting on their hard hats this spring season as they lay the roots to provide more services to the area.
The hospital broke ground for its new Kadlec Clinical Medical Office in West Richland. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma reports on how this new building will foster more accessibility to health care.
The new clinic is set to be 15,000 square feet, and Chief Medical Officer Richard Meadows says the new space was something that has been in planning for about 2 years. Meadows says it's been almost 9 years since the last time they opened a new primary care building, and opening up a new facility was something the hospital saw as a need for the community.
So, as most people probably know, if you've tried to get in with a primary care provider, this is definitely an underserved area. People will often wait months just to be able to see a PCP and get established.
Meadows says by raising these new walls, they'll also be raising better health ideas.
When you have primary care, that's how you stay healthy. I mean, that's how you do preventive care. That's how you take care of multiple chronic diseases, keep them controlled, stay healthy, stay out of the hospital.
Meadows says when you don't have a primary care provider, you lose access to preventable health care measures.
Screening doesn't get done. Cancers don't get picked up early on when they're very treatable or preventable. Conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, depression, anxiety, COPD, asthma, a whole list of things don't get treated early on with things to control them and keep people in a good state of health and functional.
This new clinic will have capacity for 10 primary care providers. Meadows says it's to help make healthcare more attainable.
If you don't have that access, things end up getting worse, and diseases progress, and people end up in the hospital when they don't need to. So it's just such a wonderful service that keeps people healthy and cuts down the cost of care.
As for what makes this different than the current setup, Meadows says it's going to bring professionals under one roof.
We keep the physician or the nurse practitioner or PA more embedded with the rest of the team and maybe not separated off into an office. So you even get to feel that team approach in the hallways of the new building.
The new clinic is set to be located on Keene Road in West Richland, and Meadows says if everything goes as planned, will be complete within a year. Reporting in West Richland, Monique Ledesma for Apple Valley News Now.
All right, our news at 6 is just getting started. Within the next 30 minutes, it is Work Zone Safety Week, and it's coming at a good time.
But first,
we have to look at a lot of revenue sources, and I think we need to minimize the impacts on working people in the state. So I think they made the right decision.
lawmakers in Olympia are taking big steps toward passing a tax package to close a multi-billion-dollar deficit.
And our Stacey Lee is monitoring a freeze warning. She'll be back with your full First Alert weather forecast. Don't go anywhere.
McCurley Dealerships is celebrating 44 years with big giving and even bigger savings. Fill out an entry form at any McCurley dealership for a chance to win one of 2 $4,400 cash prizes. Plus, each winner gets an additional $4,400 to donate to one of 44 local nonprofit partners. No purchase necessary, and get a great deal on a new 2025 Chevy Silverado. Save over $4,400 off MSRP. McCurley Chevrolet, celebrating 44 years of savings, giving back, and helping you find your way home.
At US Cellular, you don't have to choose between a great deal on the phone you want and the phone plan that's right for you.
You can get both. 4 free phones of your choice and 4 lines for just $90.
Wow, kids, that's like us not having to choose between tickets to wrestling or that puppet musical.
We want a great phone and a great plan too, don't we, little guy?
Get both. 4 free phones of your choice plus 4 lines for $90. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
Your adventure begins when you and Alice step into the $185,000 prize land at Wild Horse Resort and Casino with $16,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. But wait, hurry, don't be late for a very important grand prize date, April 26th. 4 winners and 1 winner of $20,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
Just like you, I'm working towards buying my first home.
I'm saving for my children's future.
Like you, I want financial tools that make my life easier.
At Hapo, we're more than employees. We're people just like you, and we understand what really matters.
Just like you,
we're planning for our future.
And I care about making a difference.
We're here to help you navigate life's milestones, big and small, because we're just like you. Join us at Hapo today.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. and a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months on this Silverado. Or get $5,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $3,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Looking for the perfect spot to relax? Welcome to Hoops, your new favorite restaurant and bar, where the vibe is clean, the food is delicious, and the staff always friendly. Whether you're in for a night of trivia, around a pool, darts, dancing, pull tabs, or karaoke, Hoops has it all. Great food, great people, Hoops, where every night is a great experience. Hoops Bar. Stop by today for your next great night out.
To all of these men, I want to say that football is not just a game, but a way of life.
Prosser Memorial Health reminds you to watch this year's MFL Draft. The draft begins Thursday on Apple Valley News Now. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care. Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Weekdays at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
New at 6 from the Murrow News Fellow team, lawmakers in Olympia are taking big steps toward passing a tax package to close a multi-billion-dollar deficit. But one tax increase appears to be off the table.
Saturday, the Senate passed a handful of revenue proposals, including an increase to capital gains and estate taxes, removing certain tax preferences, and extending the sales tax to computer-related services. Democratic senators say the new revenue is needed to maintain crucial state services. But Republicans argue tax increases on businesses and the wealthy will be passed down onto working people. Today, the House was slated to debate increasing business taxes around manufacturing, retail, and other sectors. They also were set to debate a bill around education funding. But as first reported by the Washington State Standard, provisions in the bill to increase the 1% cap on property tax revenue growth was dropped by House Democrats.
We have to modernize the tax code to keep up with the economy so we have the resources we need to provide for public schools, health care, public safety.
You're sending an unmistakable signal to folks who are interested in investing and building our economy to create an economy that raises everybody's votes.
Now, the budget has to be passed out of the legislature by Sunday. The governor says he's hopeful things will end on time, but he is okay with things taking a few more days to get a budget that meets his priorities.
April is Autism Awareness Month, and one local business, Spectrum Studios, recently held a ribbon cutting for its brand new Empower Center for Growth. The center is all about building life skills, offering vocational training, and encouraging social development. Co-director Jim Pridemore says it's already making a big impact. He tells us the environment helps participants feel more comfortable and motivated when they're learning alongside peers who understand their experiences.
That could be anything from computer repair to woodworking to artificial intelligence prompting. So it's really there to give them to give our family a home away from home, so we can kind of get them out of the bedroom and get them interacting with each other and working with each other as a team.
Pridemore says in just 4 years, they've seen real progress among those involved, with growing interest in the programs being offered. There are 25 spots available.
Well, in sports and new at 6, Seattle Kraken announcing it has decided to part ways with the head coach. He was named the second head coach on May 28, 2024. Dan coached the Kraken to a 35-41-6 record during the 24-25 season. The team thanked him for his commitment and the energy he brought to the organization. He spent the 22-23 and 23-24 season as the head coach for the Coachella Valley Firebirds, a Seattle American Hockey League affiliate. The Firebirds had a combined regular season record of 94, 32, and 18 over the 2 years. He also was an assistant coach with the Charlotte Checkers.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we'll take a live look outside on our Legends Casino Skycam. It's been a beautiful day, a little breezy. The ship just took off here a little bit ago, so pretty nice night out there. 64 degrees, cooling down pretty rapidly. Our winds 7 miles per hour. Been seeing gusts about 10 to 15. A little bit stronger winds tonight in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. Temperatures are dropping down already in the 50s here in the foothills of the Blues. 62 Hermiston, 64 Tri-City, 61 Yakima, and we're down to 54 in Ellensburg. That's where we've been seeing the strongest and gustiest winds today is in Ellensburg, also through the Dalles and Yakima. A little breezy there, much calmer as you get into the Tri-Cities, and the biggest portion of these winds should start to die down sometime after 11 o'clock tonight. So some gusts today up to 50 miles an hour there in the Kittitas Valley, 25 and 30 elsewhere around the region. Weather pattern, we had a little system come through. It brought some scattered rain and even some snow showers to the upper elevations. Tomorrow we see some light showers running down across the Cascade Mountains in Washington and Oregon. We'll see some showers here in the Blues also, kind of skipping right by the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, and through the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. A few clouds, not much to see on Futurecast, and then we'll see a few of those showers developing there in the Cascade Mountains and also here in the Blue Mountains. Not a lot out of that, but a little bit of moisture, and then things are going to clear up. Now, we do have a cold alert. We have a freeze warning tonight for the Yakima and Kittitas valleys all the way down into the lower valley, as well as your foothills of the Blues from Pendleton all the way up into Dayton in those upper elevations. And some of the lower elevations could be as cold as 28 degrees, which could damage your sensitive vegetation or outdoor plumbing. And of course, remember to bring the pets inside as well. So just be aware of that. That'll expire tomorrow morning at 9. Calmer winds after 11, those chilly temperatures, as you can see, some of us getting below the freezing level and some of us hovering just above it tonight. So all this area, we're all in the 30s. Here's some of those below 30s, right at freezing in Walla Walla. 31 tonight for Yakima and Ellensburg. Planning your day tomorrow, a little chilly out the door. Grab a light coat in the morning. You might start peeling some layers off later in the day. We'll hit the 50s by noon and in the 60s later in the afternoon. Here's that 7-day planner. Of course, tomorrow is Earth Day, so do something nice for the environment. We also have a couple nice warm days on the way Wednesday and Thursday, and then we're going to cool back with a little bit of unsettled weather moving into the weekend. A little far out on that. Right now, it's saying maybe some rain, maybe not, so we'll keep an eye on it for you. Here's what it looks like in Yakima. Again, you'll see those breezy winds returning on Thursday. It's going to be windy in the Kittitas Valley, quite often the case there with those chilly temperatures, but Earth Day looking at 60 degrees and partly cloudy skies. Walla Walla, we'll see temperatures climb right up to 74 on Thursday, the warmest day of the week. And then that unsettled weather develops over the weekend, similar to what we had this weekend with the breezy winds and some stray showers coming through the region. Earth Day in Hermiston tomorrow, some good looking temperatures there. 3 days in a row of 70s and then just slightly cooler into that weekend. So not a bad forecast tonight, though the freeze warning could impact the crops that are all starting to pop up around the area. So be safe.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's not unusual for this time, right?
No, it happens. So they don't start
but
issuing these freeze warnings until April 15th and past, and that's because a lot of it is the agriculture in our area. So
all right.
Anyway, there you go.
Thank you, Stacy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stacy. Up next on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
Nearly 300 passengers evacuated a Delta flight in Orlando. We'll tell you what happened before the plane was set to depart.
If you have heart failure or chronic kidney disease, Farxiga can help you keep living life, because there are places you'd like to be. Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and bacterial infection between the anus and genitals, both which may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness or swelling between the anus and genitals. Ask your doctor about Farxiga today.
Welcome
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Are you suffering with foot pain? Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jared Clifford is board certified and now accepting new patients. His services include arthroscopic ankle surgery, foot and ankle fractures, heel pain, diabetic foot care, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Clifford or learn more about podiatry services at Prosser Orthopedic Center, call 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout, and they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
To all of these men, I want to say that football is not just a game, but a way of life.
Prosser Memorial Health reminds you to watch this year's MFL Draft. The draft begins Thursday on Apple Valley News Now. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
An engine fire on a Delta Airlines flight forced passengers to evacuate by emergency slides this morning. Take a look here. The FAA says the Atlanta-bound plane had just left its gate at Orlando International Airport when flames were seen in an engine tailpipe. Flight crews helped the 282 passengers get out of the plane. Delta apologized for the incident and said it will help its customers get to their destinations. No reports of anyone hurt. Well, don't go anywhere. The news at 6:30 begins when we come back.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
I think developing that relationship with a patient is where you get the trust. And then with the trust is when you can really kind of build on these treatment plans and provide the best care for them so that the outcome is most predictable and that they're the most satisfied. I think my passion kind of more stems from the problem-solving aspect of dentistry. So I really like getting complex patients that need a lot of different needs and kind of figuring out a plan that incorporates like good dentistry to kind of solve their problems. I think I just get that emotional recharge from just kind of spending quality time with family. So my 2 girls and then my wife. So we try and get out of the house and get up in the mountains or go to the beach and just kind of do quality things together. And that's kind of where I get my most recharge from, for sure.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
One of the best female groups of all time, En Vogue, in concert. Saturday, May 31st at Legends Casino Hotel. The multiple Grammy Award nominees with more than 20 million records sold worldwide. En Vogue. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss En Vogue live Saturday, May 31st at Legends Casino Hotel.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Jeff Kreutz.
And I'm attorney Megan Changaroya.
Thank you, Tri-Cities, for voting us Best Personal Injury and Best Overall Law Firm.
We are so honored and grateful to serve this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call the law firm that has served Central Washington for 30 years. Call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Power up with free extra battery deals on select Steel tools. Shop in-store and online.
Walla Walla Sweets Baseball has been a beacon of our community's spirit for 14 seasons. But behind every swing and every catch lies the question, where do our players call home during the season? The answer is simple. With you, our incredible host families. It's more than just housing a player. It's about becoming part of their journey. Watching our boys chase their dreams is incredibly rewarding. Become a host family and be part of something bigger than the game. Together, we are Walla Walla Sweets.
Find out how Idaho Fish and Game is working to rebuild the sturgeon population.
These are the largest and longest lived fish in Idaho. Some of these fish can live to 100 years or more.
Fly the Northwest, Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next DT.
It feels like home. It's like riding a bike.
LL Cool J returns to the NCIS verse. Only E.T. is on set.
We always laugh unusually loud.
Next DT.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Right now on the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m.
It's called the Buy Nothing Project. It was started in the Evergreen State, and with Earth Day tomorrow, we'll tell you how you can take part.
Also ahead and new at 6:30.
Coming up, how drivers can keep work zones safe this summer, plus a look at upcoming projects.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Welcome back, everybody. We hope that you had a wonderful Easter weekend.
Yeah.
How did the girls do? Did they find a lot of Easter eggs?
They did.
Okay, good.
They did, and the Easter Bunny was able to go outside and hide them, so that was lots of fun. Weather was pretty nice.
It was not bad at all. Mm-hmm. We are hearing about a freeze warning, though.
Yeah.
Set to go into effect very soon for some parts of our region. Let's check in with First Alert's Stacy Lee. And you did what board?
Charcuterie.
Thank you.
Charcuterie.
Okay.
I was in charge of the Easter charcuterie board.
Charcuterie.
It turned out really good. So
awesome.
Yeah, good stuff. All of our littles are not little anymore, so there was no egg hunting to be had. Just some deviled egg eating. All right, we do have a frost advisory, freeze warning in place. Actually, in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, we could see temperatures dive down to 28 degrees overnight. Also for the foothills of the Blues and the Blue Mountains, Dayton, Walla Walla, and Pendleton areas all impacted. Once again, protect your sensitive vegetation, outdoor plumbing, and of course, bring those pets inside tonight. It's going to be a chilly one all around the area. So live look outside in Pasco. This is the Dust Devil Stadium. I see some watering going on there right now. 64 degrees. Winds are light at 7 miles per hour. Our sunset at 7:52. Let's take a look at temperatures around the area. 50s and 60s. Again, once that sun does go down, it's going to get pretty chilly through the area. Planning your night out tonight. Look at those low temperatures right at or just below the freezing level. And planning your evening for the next couple of hours, going to need a sweater or coat out the door. So look for that freeze warning tonight. More mountain showers possible tomorrow through the area. We're going to see warmer temperatures in the middle of the week. It's going to be very nice here for a couple of days. And then we get cooler and breezy as we head into next weekend. I'll give you all the details coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, Stacy, we'll see in just a bit. New at 6:30 now. This week marks Work Zone Safety Week, and it's coming at a time when crashes in construction zones are rising.
The Washington State Department of Transportation says more drivers are hitting their workers, and the numbers are quite alarming.
Yeah, let's check in with Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen. He spoke with WashDOT about what they're doing to try and keep their crews safe.
Between 2023 and 2024, crashes in work zones jumped 36%. In Benton and Franklin counties alone, more than 100 crashes, and across Washington state, 5 of them were deadly.
We're always, wearing our personal protective equipment, like our vests and hard hats.
Matt Wilhelm's been with WashDOT for 13 years, and while he says he's been lucky to avoid close calls, working just feet away from fast-moving traffic keeps him alert all the time.
Our maintenance guys deal with that every day. You know, us in construction side, we don't deal with it as much as they do on a regular basis, but that's always something that's a little scary.
This summer, Wilhelm and his team will be busy. WashDOT is starting several projects, including work on the Umatilla Bridge and improving the 240 corridor.
We're doing some widening there, and like I said, we just started working there. We're constructing a noise wall there adjacent to the Moon River RV.
Depending on funding, WashDOT averages around 3 to 10 projects a year. This year, 4. And with each one comes a warning: pay attention. A phone call, a text, distractions are everywhere, and all it takes is 1 second for everything to change. Trooper Daniel Mosqueda with Washington State Patrol says distracted driving is a major factor, and it's getting worse.
More people on their phones being distracted, and that's one of many distractions that we're seeing. Year to date, the Washington State Patrol has contacted 12,654 distracted drivers, and that's just year to date.
Speeding fines double in work zones, and Trooper Mosqueda says these rising numbers should be a wake-up call to protect lives, not just the ones working on the road, but the people driving them too. Reporting in Pasco, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Well, the investigation continues in Sela. On Friday at around 1 p.m., officers were called to the 500 block of Spears Road to check the welfare of a child. During the investigation, detectives learned of a possible burial site for a body. The Washington State Crime Scene Response Team assisted with the recovery of human remains from the Cowiche Mill Road area. An autopsy is now scheduled this week to help identify the human remains.
A Yakima man was just sentenced for sexually assaulting an intoxicated and incapacitated minor. According to court documents, 20-year-old Darius Morningstar Speedus was sentenced to 6 years in prison. This after he not only sexually assaulted a 16-year-old Native American girl, but filmed the assault, later sending the video to the victim. The sexual assault reportedly happened on the Yakima Nation Indian Reservation, where Speedus provided some of the alcohol several teenagers drank.
Now to the big story around the world. You're looking at another live picture at Vatican City, surrounded by Rome, Italy. There was a crowd of people outside all day and night, but now it's about 3:30 a.m. This is the headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church, and it's home to the Pope. Francis died this morning at 88 years old.
The Holy See dates back to early Christianity and is the principal episcopal see of the Catholic Church, which has about 1.3 billion baptized Catholics in the world as of 2018 in the Latin Church and 23 Eastern Catholic churches. Bishop Tyson from the Yakima Diocese says they are praying for the next Holy Father in their masses and all around the world. Bishop Tyson says there'll be a meeting of the cardinals in Rome to discuss the church. He also says the cardinals under the age of 80 will elect the new Holy Father. Within the coming days, he says the church will be having masses to remember Pope Francis, and the Eucharist prayer is currently slightly different due to having no pope at the moment.
We're going to have a big mass Friday evening at the Yakima Sun Dome at 7 p.m. and another mass at the Yakima Sun Dome on 3 p.m. on Sunday. So that'll be a chance for folks to come to the celebrate and remember, you know, the Holy Father, as well as our celebration of the Sunday Eucharist.
The masses at the Sun Dome will be bilingual.
Do stay with us here at Apple Valley News Now and ABC News for continuing coverage. Following the death, the Roman Catholic Church will enter a 9-day mourning period. Electing a new pope is typically done within 15 to 20 days. We will be covering all of that for you. You can also stay with us online at applevalleynewsnow.com for future live streams.
On the Fire Watch tonight, crews with the Kennewick Fire Department saved an apartment building from being destroyed early Easter Sunday. Take a look. The fire broke out just before 4 a.m. at the Seasons on 4th Avenue. When firefighters got there, they found the roof over the entrance to an apartment on fire. Firefighters were able to quickly put out those flames and began searching for hot spots. Kennewick police also there to help out. The cause of the fire not yet released, but firefighters stayed at the scene for a couple of hours to mop up. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
All right, Tuesday is Earth Day. It's a day to focus on environmental issues. Many communities will host conservation events to mark the day. But one nonprofit is hoping to make the environment cleaner year-round.
It's called the Buy Nothing Project, and it was started right here in the Evergreen State. Apple Valley News Now's Nicole Stewart explains how it works and why it could save you money.
Millions of tons of waste end up in landfills every year in the U.S., according to the Environmental Protection Agency. The EPA estimates Americans throw out about 5 pounds of trash every day. And that doesn't even include the garbage that ends up in our oceans.
We found that there were a lot of plastics washing ashore with every single high tide.
Liesl Clark was living in Bainbridge Island, Washington, when she noticed just how much trash was ending up on their shores and wanted to do something about it. In 2013, she and her friend Rebecca Rockefeller launched a local Facebook group where neighbors could reuse and share items.
Post here and say what you're going to the store to buy and see if your neighbor might have it.
It's called the Buy Nothing Project. Clark says it's since grown to 12 million users in communities all over the world. Here's how it works. Communities create a private Buy Nothing Facebook group just for people who live in that area. That's where you can post items you no longer need, blenders, kids' rocking chairs, clothes, and see if one of your neighbors wants it, like this person who's giving away picture frames. If you're interested, you comment on the post and coordinate the exchange. Those items don't end up in the trash, and it helps a neighbor save money.
There is a power in togetherness and sharing.
You can also ask neighbors for items you're looking for, like this parent who wants a bike for her daughter. Multiple neighbors responding, offering their old bikes.
They're connecting with their neighbors. They come for the stuff. They stay for the community.
That community connection seen through posts like this one. A parent giving away this stroller that she says she received and enjoyed from this group and now wants to pay it forward. Nicole Stewart, Apple Valley News Now.
Nicole, thank you. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6:30. The Pacific Northwest region of the USDA Forest Service is hiring. We'll tell you for what positions.
And Stacy is coming back with your full first alert forecast. Check out the shakiness on this camera, Austin. A little bit of wind out here from this vantage point out in Yakima. Stacy will detail what the wind is looking like for you in the coming days, and also some colder freezing temperatures some may even see very soon. We'll be right back.
Hoping sturgeon survive in North Idaho. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Get 2.9% APR for 60 months on a 2025 Cadillac Lyriq. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Regain your quality of life with expert spine care at Prosser Memorial Health. Neurological spine surgeon Dr. David Yam, with over 20 years of experience, specializes in comprehensive spine care, minimally invasive surgery, and disc replacement. Dr. Yam is now seeing patients at our new Spine Center locations in Prosser and Walla Walla. Call 509-786-5599 today to schedule your appointment. New, returning, and second opinion patients welcome. The new Spine Center at Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $4,500 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino presents a Mexican Mother's Day celebration with Mariachi Estrellas de Mexico, live on May 10th. Feel the rhythm, savor the vibes, and dance the night away with live mariachi melodies from Jalisco and Michoacan. Celebrate Mom and enjoy drink specials, dancing, and more. Tickets are on sale now at wildhorseresort.com and the app. Feliz Dia de las Madres at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton.
I'm Eduardo Morfin. Morfin Law Firm thanks you for 5 years of support. Remember, when choosing an attorney, select a local attorney that supports your local community.
Welcome to the Flower Bar, where every bouquet tells your unique story. Our talented designers craft personalized masterpieces from the freshest seasonal blooms, ensuring no two arrangements are ever alike. Whether you're building your own creation or choosing from our designer collections, we'll bring your floral vision to life. Visit our new location in Richland and discover a truly bespoke flower experience. Start your floral journey at the Flower Bar on theparkway.com.
My name is Gilda Meyer, founder of Mama Tora Salsa Company, and we are here at Yolks Fresh Market. I learned the recipes from my mom: Roma tomatoes, onions, cilantro, jalapeno, lime juice, and a lot of lemon. People like it because they say it tastes like back home. Spicy. One day we got a call, and I look at my son-in-law, and I go, "We're in Yolks," and he said, "Yep, we're in Yolks."
Check out Mama Tora Salsa at Yolks Fresh Market.
Welcome back. Fresh at 6:30, the Pacific Northwest region of the USDA Forest Service is hiring permanent wildland firefighters for the 2025 fire year across national forests and grasslands in both Washington and Oregon.
Some of the positions include aviation officers, dispatchers, equipment operators, fire management officers, hotshot crew members, pilots, and more. Pay plans include wage grade, wage leader, and general schedule levels 313. All of the job information is now available online on the Forest Service Careers webpage. Job seekers can apply through usajobs.gov until April 24th.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And a lovely Monday, and we'll take a live look outside. I've been seeing the winds kind of whipping these trees around, so a little bit breezy out there tonight. Those winds will calm down a little after 11. 64 degrees. Winds are sustained at 7 miles an hour. Our sunset at 7:52. The day's still getting longer, about 2 minutes per day. Temperatures around the area 50s and 60s. And again, once that sun drops, it's going to get pretty chilly tonight. Let's talk winds. We've been tracking some strong gusty winds here in the Yakima-Kittitas Valley. Breezier as you get into the Columbia Basin. Also, the Dalles and that gorge area has also been very, very windy. The Dalles, I notice, is starting to get popular for windsurfers. They moved down from Hood River, so perfect weather for that today. We'll continue to see those gusty winds throughout the evening, and again tapering off around 11 o'clock. Ellensburg being the most windy area, also the Blues in Oregon. There you go, Lexington at 40-mile-an-hour gusts. Now the weather pattern tomorrow stays pretty stable. You can see these winds, everything's coming in from the west, but we shift down to a northerly flow, and that's what's bringing the colder temperatures. We'll see some showers across the Cascades, some showers here in the Blues, but overall, most of us will remain dry tomorrow. Futurecast just shows a few clouds around the region tonight and into the early morning hours, but you should have mostly clear skies. You'll see those clouds starting to pick up as those showers develop in the Cascades and a few showers developing here in the Blue Mountains. Then once that passes through Wednesday, things are clearing right up, so looking good. Now the cold alert, the freeze warning is in place for the Yakima-Kittitas Valley, all the way down to the lower valley and into the foothills of the Blues from Dayton to Pendleton and all of those areas in between. And again, we could see temperatures drop down as low as 28 degrees. Again, protect your sensitive vegetation, your pipes, and bring the pets in tonight. Calmer winds after 11. Those cold temperatures on your screen from the lower 30s to doesn't see anybody really hitting 20 24 up at White Pass, but the rest of the area right there at the freezing level tonight. So planning your day out the door, look for those 30s, grabbing a coat there. But look at that, sunshine for most of the day and temperatures making it back to the 60s. Here's what it looks like in Tri-Cities for Earth Day. Again, those gusty winds, temperatures in the 70s for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Taking a peek now at Yakima, a little bit cooler. We will hit the 70s on Thursday there, with temperatures reaching the 60s by the end of the week and that weekend. So I was taking a look at our forecast from last week to this coming weekend. Very similar temperatures, and the same thing with the wind, and a little bit unsettled, as you can see there. A 10 and 20% chance of rain there in Ellensburg. Walla Walla with a bigger chance of rain on Saturday at 40%. But enjoy those upper 60s and those 70-degree temps while you can. It's going to be like that in the middle of the week, and then cooling down just in time for the weekend. So
all
easy
in all,
peasy.
beautiful. Yeah.
Not a bad looking forecast.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Stacy.
We've got what's trending up next.
This week, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale. Save up to 70% off all clearance and closeout items. Plus, special financing is available this week at Walker's.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
At US Cellular, we're celebrating our customers, like JP here. It's a special event. Us days.
Yeah, we get special rewards and exclusive deals, and it's only for US Cellular customers. It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Us days at US Cellular. Right now, our customers can get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet.
Like most people, my days are nonstop. When I'm working, I need to stay focused, not worried about my finances. That's why I went looking for a bank that makes managing my money effortless. Apple was exactly what I needed. Helpful people with easy-to-use tools. Now, I spend less time stressing about money and more time doing the things I enjoy. Where do you credit union?
Saturday, April 26th, get the best deals on wristbands for the best week of summer. Come to Ranch and Home in Kennewick and get your Carnival wristbands for only $30. The fun of the Benton Franklin Fair and Rodeo lasts 5 days, but this sale is 1 day only. So don't miss out on these savings. Saturday, April 26th at Kennewick Ranch and Home. Learn more at bentonfranklinfair.com.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing. Brad, you're on mute. And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime. Let's go! Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com. This week, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale. Save up to 70% off all clearance and closeout items. Plus, special financing is available this week at Walker's.
Jay Dalia, Jessica Jalal, and Josh Colbreth. Good morning, Northwest from Apple Valley News Now.
Time now for what's trending. 2 Kenyan runners, Sharon Lokedi and John Corer, pulled off thrilling wins at this year's Boston Marathon.
Lokedi shattered the women's course record to defeat compatriot and 2-time defending champion Helen Obiri. Lokedi surged away from her rival in the closing stages and crossed the finish line at, get this, 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 22 seconds.
Wow, that's more than 2.5 minutes faster than the previous record set in 2014. In the men's race, Corer won a commanding victory in the time of 2 hours and 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Good stuff there.
Pretty impressive. All right, well, today Disney World unveiled a new perk that will be available next year, a chance for kids to eat free. You heard me right.
Oh,
it works like this.
All right. If you buy Disney dining plans for the adults in your party, the party will get free dining plans for kids in the group. The deal is good for little ones ages 3 to 9.
It's only available to guests staying at Disney Resorts Collection hotels. Reservations will open on Tuesday for most 2026 Disney World vacations.
That's so funny. When I first read this story, I thought that perk said park, and I was like, oh, there's a new Disneyland park.
That'd be cool.
No, the perk is cool too,
The perk is good. Yeah.
park would have been
better.
We've all gone there, right?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. I've never been to Disney World. That's in Florida.
Oh, you got to go.
I have not been to Disney World either.
Right. All right.
Oh, okay.
We'll see what happens. Maybe we will one day. All right. Final look at weather and the reason to smile up next.
This week, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale. Save up to 70% off all clearance and closeout items. Plus, special financing is available this week at Walker's.
Here comes Tracy Lawrence, live for one night only. Friday, September 5th, Legends Casino Hotel. All the hits, all night long, with CMA and ACM award winner, Tracy Lawrence. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Friday, September 5th at Legends Casino Hotel.
Gather the family and come on down to the 62nd Annual Parade of Gems, April 25th through the 27th in the Modern Living Building at the Fairgrounds. Go back in time as we present fossils of the Northwest and beyond. See demonstrations on gold panning, wire wrapping, lapidary, and more. Dozens of vendors will be offering rock and mineral specimens and jewelry too. There will be games, door prizes, and more. Doors open at 10 a.m. Come one, come all to the 62nd Annual Parade of Gems, April 25th through the 27th at the Fairgrounds in Yakima.
In 1997, my father-in-law, John Ramsey, started this business. We took it from 2.5 acres. Now we're 22 acres.
What separates us is you're not just a number when you walk in the door.
Professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
It feels like a home away from home.
I can guarantee you when you buy an RV from us, you are part of the Broadmoor family.
At Broadmoor RV,
we make camping fun!
Hi, I'm Rowdy with Total Energy Management. For 40 years, we've been keeping the Tri-Cities comfortable with top-notch heating and air conditioning services. We take pride in delivering exceptional service and unbeatable deals. Right now, you can save big with up to $4,900 in rebates and tax credits on a new Carrier heating and cooling system. So turn to the experts at Total Energy Management to ensure your house is the perfect temperature year-round. Visit TEMINC.com or call 946-4500 to learn more.
Spring into fun. Join Mid-Columbia Libraries for Dia del Niño y los Libros, a joyful festival of children and books on May 2nd in Prosser and May 3rd in Cornell. Don't miss our highly anticipated spring book sale. Discover literary treasures at incredible prices for readers of all ages, April 30th through May 4th at the Kennewick Library on Union. All proceeds support library programs and services for our community. Visit midcolumbialibraries.org for more details.
This week, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale. Save up to 70% off all clearance and closeout items. Plus, special financing is available this week at Walker's.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
And welcome back. Your reason to smile comes to us from our friend Dee in Walla Walla. Took some beautiful photos of flowers this weekend. Daffodils, I think. Thank you for sending that in, Dee. If you'd like to get your weather photo on TV, use that QR code on the top of your screen or go to applevalleyNewsNow.com. Click on the weather tab and you'll see upload a photo here. It's sponsored by Lifetime Dental. All right, let's take a look at your day tomorrow. A little cool out the door. Again, that freezing level kicks in tonight at midnight till 9 a.m. That's when those temperatures will probably be lower than what they're showing on that graphic there. But the 50s and 60s later in the afternoon. So there you go.
All right, so just got to get through that little dip, huh?
That's right, yep.
All right, Stacey, thank you for joining us for the news at 6.
Yeah, hoping your news is good news. We're back at 11.
See you then.